I tried to be on time for once, but I still lose my mind. When you are on my phone and I don't have to be alone. Oh my, your kitchen floor is cold. Cause you are in the same room, touch me like DiCaprio. How hard can it be? Just love me like lovers do. Trouble seems so far away, but I don't know your name yet. How hard can it be? Just touch me like I'm the one. Cause we are always strangers, acting just like lovers do. How hard can it be? Just love me like lovers do. Trouble seems so far away, but I don't know your name yet. How hard can it be? Just touch me like I'm the one. Cause we are always strangers, acting just like lovers do. I lied to make you mine, like guns are violent desire.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we're going to be talking about lint in your locks. If you want to know how it is caused, if you want to know how to prevent it and how to remove it, amongst all the other suggestions that I have for lint being in your locks, then definitely stay tuned. So we're going to jump right into it, but first let me welcome anyone who is new to my channel. I am Elizabeth and we cover all things beauty related. You guys really love my lock videos, so I try to stay true to uploading lock videos for you guys whenever I can. So to start this video off, I do have my notes here because I don't want to forget anything. You may have a question of how does lint get in your hair to begin with? And I want you guys to know that this is just my personal experience. I don't really talk to people other than YouTube, our community here, about locks, so I don't really know what they experience, but this is what I experience. I get lint when I am not tying my hair up, when I lay down on materials or fuzzy materials or cotton materials and stuff like that. So not tying your hair up when you're sleeping or lounging, where you're going to be moving your head like this, you know, on the pillow. When you're getting it in when you sleep, that can cause some lint to get in your locks, excuse me. Fuzzy clothing, so like, you know, sweaters, scarves, anything that kind of has that furry, fluffy texture can cause you to get lint in your hair. Towels can also cause lint, and blankets. So if you want to really get up and cozy in your blankets and you're not tying your hair up, you can experience getting lint in your hair from those blankets. You guys, it is so hot in here. Woo! I got like 50 lights on me right now. So another question that you may be asking now that we're done talking about the ways that you can get lint, how to prevent more lint from getting in your locks. So if you want to prevent lint from getting in your locks, or you already have lint in your locks and you want to prevent it from happening more, then I would say, once again, tie your hair up when you are sleeping with a satin scarf. Use a satin pillowcase if you're not consistent with using a satin scarf. So if you're not good at wrapping your hair up, then I would say get satin pillowcases, satin sheets maybe, because that will then like allow you to not tie your hair up every single time you lay down or you go to sleep. So that's a good one. Wear scarves that aren't fuzzy. I know the fuzzy scarves are the best ones. I struggled with this because I love fuzzy scarves. Haven't been wearing them that often anymore, just because I noticed that the fur gets in my locks almost instantly. And if you are going to wear scarves, just make sure they're not the really fluffy furry ones. Or if you really like them, you can just wear your hair up like in the back, maybe putting it in a bun or putting it in a ponytail to where it is not touching your sweater. Use a lint-free towel. Another thing you can do is try to lay something down before laying on the floor, because if you're anything like me, I love the floor. It's cooler down there, it's more comfortable in certain situations, and I just like being on the floor, especially when I just want to take a quick nap or if I'm watching a movie, because I can't see, so I'm usually pretty close on the TV. So you just want to make sure you lay something down before you lay down to lounge on the floor or go to sleep on the floor. So there are two different kind of lints. There's like surface lint, and then there's lint that has been forgot about and has intertwined in your hair. So we're just going to go back. We're just going to start with surface lint. So if you already have that lint in your hair, the way that you can remove it is by getting a pointed tweezer. I have one. I'll show you. I actually have two pairs of tweezers, because you never know what you're gonna need. But here is a pointed one and here is a regular tweezer, right? So I usually use the pointed one. It's just my preference because it's very precise. So what you do, just use the tweezer, look for the lint and pick it out. Now that's if you have surface lint. Once again, you can also use a brush. Now I have not, I'm gonna be totally honest, I have not used the brush, and it actually kind of scares me, and you don't want to do that unless your hair is mature. So I say, just to be safe, if you're about a year into your journey, a year or more. But if you do want a brush, I think that it will be better for you to invest in like a baby brush versus like a full-on brush. Like I said, I haven't used that method, but I feel like when I look at it, I feel like it makes sense, but you would need to be very careful on how strong the brush is. And in my mind, I feel like a baby brush would probably do it. And maybe even if you just start there to see how it works, and if you think you needed something a little bit stronger, yeah, go ahead and buy it. But I would say start at a baby brush. All right. Okay, so let's talk about the lint that you probably have in your hair that is intertwined already. Dye it so that it's less noticeable. Just knowing it's in there is just kind of nerve-wracking, but I feel like that's a pretty good way if you're not someone like me that just plays on like the smallest things when it comes to my hair. You can dye it, or if you regularly dye your hair, then you probably won't even notice that the lint is there to begin with. So that's the way. If you don't dye your hair, you can spot treat it. So that's basically the same thing you would do if you were to like spot treat the roots of your hair, because your hair is growing out and now you can see the grays and you just want to do the grays. So you can color over the lint like with maybe a dye pen or a permanent marker some people have done. I have not done either one of those because I love the natural color of my hair. So I stick to the tweezers, you guys. These are just suggestions that I think may work, and I've seen people use here on YouTube that I think is pretty cool. Now we're going to move on to what not to do. One, you don't want to dig into your locks like with a tweezer. That's why I said it's more for surface lint. You don't want to dig into your locks when they're intertwined, just because you might get some weakness and you might break hairs that don't need to be broken, and then the lock is no longer as strong as it was before. So if you are going to use tweezers, do not use it on intertwined lint. Just use it on the surface lint where you can get it really quickly and pull it out. You do not want to cut the fuzziness off, or whether you think the lint is on the outside, on the surface of the lock, just because you don't know how important those hairs is to the lock itself and the strength of the lock. So I wouldn't cut off any lint or anything like that. And the reason I say is because I cut a little piece off of one of my locks like in my journey, and that lock still to this day will not round off. It's still kind of loose, and I think that's because I cut off some hairs that could have possibly turned them into the rounded little ends like all the rest of my hair ended up doing. So just don't cut any lint off your hair, you guys. Don't do it. I mean, it's your choice, but my recommendation is that you don't do that. The last thing that you don't want to do is overthink things. You're probably gonna watch this video and be like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. Just check your hair regularly, you know what I mean? Like, even if you do wear fuzzy scarves, even if you do wear sweaters that are fuzzy, you can always wear your hair up when you wear those sweaters and stuff. Or if you feel like, oh no, I want to wear my hair down and I want to wear scarves and I don't want to, you know, have to change my style or what I like to wear, then just make sure at the end of the day, after wearing those things, check your hair and make sure you're getting it off before it gets intertwined into the lock and make it harder for you to remove it. Yes, so you guys, don't overthink it. Don't get stressed out over this. This journey is not supposed to be that hard because your hair is going to do what it do regardless. Just have patience. You're going to live your life, and you may rub your head, you may fall asleep on, you know, the floor. These things may happen. Just check your hair regularly and you're fine. You can live your life as a normal person. Okay, I hope this video was helpful, and I hope you guys leave this video without any questions. But if you do, go ahead and leave a comment down below. If I forgot anything, if you have a different kind of remedy for lint, then definitely leave that down below and we can chat about it and we can help each other out in our LOC community. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and as usual, God bless you. Bye.